is comparison starts, and the comparisons are brutal because you show me how good you are at something and I'll look it up online and find someone who's better, and you show me how beautiful you are and I'm going to find somebody who's more beautiful, and you show me how fast you are on your bicycle and we'll find somebody who won the Tour de France. And it's no matter what you do, you're always shamed into the failure of comparison. So comparison is a very, very dangerous thing. Now, as an actor, you have this most incredible and lucky thing, which is acting is the art form of life, and it's about permitting character through your instrument. And nobody can play the part like you because there is nobody else like you in the world. So you do become the world's leading expert at one thing. And that one thing that you're leading expert at is being you. You can easily slip into comparison when you go, oh, so and so is doing a movie. And so, I like to brag and boast because I'm excited, and I'm going to come back to this about my clients. And Taylor Russell, who was in this class just moments ago, Martin, you would have been in class with Taylor, I think. Anyway, Taylor was in class just right pre-COVID, and now she's the #1 lead in a movie, and Mark Rylance and Timothy Chalamet have been added to her movie. Like she's going A-list. And so on the one hand, that's like, oh my God, that's so awesome. But on the other hand, is a little bit of like, but why not me? Um, and we can slip deep into comparison quickly. So I have a real problem with something that was being passed around the internet for a while there, which is this meme or something that some acting teacher put out, which was a picture of Morgan Freeman, and then Morgan Freeman booked his first role when he was 46, and blah, 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 booked her first role when she was 52, and so only got her first role when she was 38. Like, so you're okay. And as much as that sounds nice, because it gives solace to those of you who are starting like in your later parts of your career or whatever, it's still a shaming apparatus. That's still comparative, and that does nobody justice in any other way. Because then you also turn around and you go, oh, Timothy Chalamet had his first movie when he was 14, little son of a bitch, and Haley Joel Osment won an Academy Award at 11, and you're like, oh, you know? So you start to go, like, why am I doing that? And the whole point of it is completely irrelevant, because the path that you're on is the path that you're on. That's your life's path. And your life's journey is not only gorgeous and exciting and electric and valid, it is the journey of your life. And it has just as much validity as anybody else's. And so awards and things are so dangerous because they put us in this place of comparison, which puts us in shame. So I remind you that you've got this path. I think I was saying yesterday, it's a boulevard, and it's just, and it's like in the Nevada. It's one of those roads that just goes, you're like, I can't even see where it goes. And that's your lane. That's what you're supposed to be in. And as much as you think that you're paving the road, you're not. You're just driving down the highway. So in some ways, just assume that your life has already been preset, and now just go with it. As opposed to when you go, I have to figure out how to blow this mountain out so that I can then pave the road through it. It becomes all this responsibility. But as John Lennon said, life is what happens to you when you make other plans. It's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen. The road is like this the long and winding road. Now I switched to Paul McCartney. And you just get on that road and you go. And that road is not Timothy Chalamet's road. And that road is not Taylor Russell's road or Mark Rylance's road or that actress friend that you know who's booking or all this kind of stuff. And on the mega level, when you're like, oh my God, it's so not fair. Keanu Reeves sucks and he would never be as good as me in class. And how come he has the career and I don't? That's just fodder and fertilizer for your little green meanie. And all you're doing is putting a negative spiral in your life, as opposed to creating an upward spiral of positivity, which is what I'm doing is what I'm doing, and I'm going to go do it. I'm going to be the best me that I can do. And then it becomes kind of irrelevant if you book or you don't book, or you're winning awards or you're not. You're just like, I'm going to go out and live this path I'm on. And if you live your path that you're on, shit's going to happen that's going to be awesome. And it will, like it will. But if you keep going, oh God, Ryan Gosling, he's got that and I don't, then all you're doing is creating a negative energy spiral, which what that does is it cements you in place. The negative energy becomes a weight. And now you're walking slower down your road. You want to sprint down your road, naked, screaming, you. So you've got to stop at the comparisons or they're going to shut you down. Understand? There's another kind of comparison that shows up all the time in my email box. I think I'm going to change my agent because my friend has got 12 auditions this month and I didn't get any auditions. And I'm like, okay, A is you're not your friend. So I can't compare you to your friend. Well, happening in art, take responsibility. Maybe it's your auditioning. Maybe it's your acting. Maybe it's your nerves are taking over. Maybe you're not communicating to your agent correctly. Maybe your marketing materials suck. Maybe it is the wrong agent. You need to change agents, but that's you going down your road. Not look at her road. Her road is paved with gold. Like that, you know. So yesterday we talked about this other thing, which is that it's just not fair. And that it's just not fair is about the most self-deprecating and self-destructive concept you can carry, and you got to get it off of your heart fast. It's just not fair. Is the answer to that is, yeah, it's not fair. Like life is not fair. There are children growing up in Lesotho who fall through the cracks and go into sex human trafficking. You get to actually go to Starbucks and go, oh my God, they ran out of soy milk. Like it's not fair. Like, so the comparatives are not going to help you. Life is not fair. And there are people who are on film and TV where you go, oh my God, how is that guy the lead on a TV series? I could wipe his, like I wipe him across the floor with my acting. That guy can't even, but you know what? It's because life is not fair. Like it's not fair. And so I don't know who decided that life is supposed to be fair. It's not. You know, one day you're standing there going, I'm in love. And the next thing you know, the tree fell on the person you loved. Like life's not fair. But what's awesomely awesome beyond fair is that, you know, you're breathing, you're here and you're alive and you're on your road and you have a gift called life and you are so lucky. So that's awesome. Now what are you going to do with that road? So you can compare and go, he doesn't deserve that part. And you go to an audition and you're like somebody who's, you know, not prepared and stuff and kind of a schmuck or whatever. Then he books it and you're like, what? That's not fair. And I'm like, no, it's not fair. But that's just the way it is, you know. In the meantime, that's none of your business. It's totally irrelevant to you. It's absolutely irrelevant. Your job is to do your job and keep moving forward and just do your life the best you can to become the world's leading expert on you. So comparisons, stop. Now, there's a secondary thing to comparison, which is inspiration, and that's good. But the line between inspiration and comparison is very thin. But the inspiration is to watch Mark Rylance do a film and go, oh my God, that's good. And study it and look at it and go study his whole career and be awestruck by what he does and go, I want to be like that. I'm going to compare myself to him in the sense that I want to be like that. I want to be able to do that. I want to look at, who's the woman that I love from Unbelievable? What's her name?
Merritt Weaver.
Merritt Weaver. I look at Merritt Weaver's work and I go, I want to be like that. I want to do that kind of work. If you go, I want to be like that on a Netflix show. How come I'm not on a Netflix show? How come Merritt Weaver made it and I didn't? Then you slipped into comparison. But if you go, I want to be free in my work and raw and natural and prepared, and I want to bring in like an ability to be really creative with the script and build the script into what the script needs to be in order to serve the audiences. And I want to teach young women everywhere that their body type is fine and they can be whoever they want to be. And like, then you're being inspired by Merritt Weaver. But it's very, very, very thin little line. I can look at Mark Rylance and I can go, oh my God, he's so good. Oh, that's so good. I want to be like that. How come I'm not like that? I can do that really quickly. That's a very, very tight little turn. And so you've got to be judicious and disciplined about your inspirations inspiring you down your road. You're not supposed to go, I wish I had Mark Rylance's road, because Mark Rylance's road is already taken by, you know, Mark Rylance. And his road sounds great and it's paved with gold, but it's full of travails and problems and pain and loss and, you know, so you've got to do your thing. Be inspired by you to be you. So comparison, no. Inspiration, yes. And be wary about mixing those two things.